Hi Revolutionaries, Yelena here, and I am so excited today. And when I get excited, I start to flap my wings. But anyways, the reason I'm so excited today is not only is it International Women's Day, but what better way to celebrate than honoring our true self? So I firmly believe the way we do one thing is the way we do everything in our life. And how you take care of yourself and how you honor yourself significantly impacts every facet of your life. So when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And our external circumstances simply mirror our inner realities. And sometime last year, I had a moment where I was brought down to my knees. And in that moment, I had a realization that I wasn't honoring my truth, and I wasn't honoring who I was at my core in various facets of my life. And in that moment, it was the most heart-wrenching yet liberating moment of my entire life. Because in that moment, I realized I could do better and I could choose differently. So I really believe that we attract and undergo the very experiences we need in order to spiritually grow and evolve. So this path is about unleashing your highest self. Because to be the change you want to see in the world, that journey begins within you. So we'll start with step number 1, which is let's get radically honest. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself on being authentic on a daily basis? So do you go with the flow, or do you have the courage to speak your truth and make choices that are aligned with who you are and, more importantly, who you want to be? So it's one thing just to answer these questions, but it's another thing to be radically honest when answering them. This is about taking responsibility for your situation, because life does not happen to you. And I know that this may be some tough love, but if you're blaming your circumstances for things that are outside of you, or you're thinking to yourself, well, why me? You put yourself in this vicious cycle, and that vicious cycle doesn't serve you. So I may be a random stranger, but I care about you, and I want to hold you to a higher standard, and so because that isn't your highest self speaking. So focus on the lesson and not the teacher. And in these moments, it's so easy for our worst inner critic to come out to criticize and judge us, but to make peace with yourself and shine that light of love and compassion. And I kid you not, give yourself a big hug. I give myself at least 10 of these a day. So give yourself a hug in these moments. Because in step number 2, it's discovering you. So, who do you want to be 5-10 years from now? Who do you want in your life? And what do you want to be doing? This is all about being you. And there's no one like you. And you and only you have your gifts to share to this world. And believe in yourself. And if you don't, learn to develop 100% belief in yourself, because there's enough people who are willing to tear you down. Don't be that one for you. Be team you. And the more you are willing to peel back the layers of who you think you should be and validation from the external world and pleasing people and seeking approval, the more you become you. And the more you tap into your inner strength and wisdom. So I love this exercise. It's, take out a piece of paper and pen and write down 5 people that you love and admire most. And for each of those people, write down 5 to 10 qualities that you love and admire most about that person. And then start to kind of see if there's any patterns or similarities amongst them. Because every one of those qualities that you wrote down are within you. So ask yourself, what qualities do you possess that when faced with challenges, take a backseat? And what qualities give people a glimpse of who you really are? Shine that light of awareness on that part of you. What do you love about you? And owning it, which is step number 3, is own it. It's discipline. It's because change is inevitable, but growth is optional. And it's if you're willing to have that courage to not only shine the light of what you love most about yourself, but also living it. Because there's going to be times where your throat feels tense for speaking your truth, or you feel that tension and tightness in your gut because you feel intimidated by your situation. But nonetheless, it's still having that courage to step up into your higher self and coming from that place. So, as always, I'd love to wrap up with an inspirational quote. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another, by our lovely Albert Einstein. And then to all my ladies, keep wearing that S on your chest because you are a superwoman. So always keep radiating your beautiful light to the world, living life with passion, purpose, and meaning. With love and belief in you, Yelena.